Busy bees. Almost 90% of wild plants and 75% of leading global crops depend on animal pollination. One out of every 3 mouthfuls of our food depends on pollinators. Crops that depend on pollination are 5 times more valuable than those that do not. Honey, I'm home. Bees can be found living in so many locations, some surprising. Let's list a few: marshes, shingle, sand dunes, soft cliffs, heathlands, wetlands, chalk grasslands, quarries, gravel pits, sea walls, and even post-industrial land. Bees also rely on a transport system to get around. Imagine trying to travel around Britain without a road and rail network. Or imagine if 9 out of every 10 miles of road just didn't exist. Life would be impossible. Beelines are an imaginative and beautiful solution to the problem of the loss of flowers and pollinators. The beelines are a series of insect pathways running through our countryside and towns. They link existing wildlife areas together, creating a network, like a railway, that will weave across the British landscape, bringing a bee back to life. If you find a bumblebee which appears to be struggling, it may be that it is just resting. Particularly if the bee is a queen in early spring. If you think the bee is struggling, the best thing to do is gently put the bee onto a bee-friendly flower. If there are no bee-friendly flowers around, mix 50-50 white sugar and water to give the bumblebee a one-off energy boost, providing the carbohydrates it needs to fly. Simply offer a drop or 2 of sugar water up to the front end of the bee on a teaspoon or an upturned drink's cap in a sheltered place and allow the bee time to recuperate. It is not advisable to use brown sugar as it is harder for bees to digest, and don't give bumblebees honey as this can contain pathogens anyone, including you, can't help a bee out. We can all do our bit to help bees, whether that's in our gardens, balconies, or windowsills. You can also chat to friends and family about how cool bees are and help them to make their wild spaces bee-friendly. Plant a range of flowers in your garden so bees have access to nectar from March to October. Bees love traditional cottage garden flowers and native wildflowers like primrose, buddleia, and marigolds. Bees actually have 4 wings. The 2 wings each side hook together to form one larger pair when flying. The men unhook when they're not flying. Bee-gees honeybees have a dance move called the waggle dance. It's not actually a dance move at all, rather a clever way of communicating between themselves to tell their nest mates where to go to find the best source of food. It took the researchers at Sussex University 2 years to decode the waggle dance. The brainy bunch, the buff-tailed bumblebee, has a brain the size of a poppy seed, which is incredible given the fact scientists have managed to train them to score a goal in bee football in return for a sugary treat. Quite unbelievable. They have surprisingly smelly feet. Scientists from the University of Bristol have discovered that bumblebees have the ability to use their smelly footprints to distinguish between their own scent, the scent of a relative, and the scent of a stranger. This means they can improve their success in finding food and avoid flowers that already have been visited. A dinner for queens. If the queen bee dies in a honeybee hive, the workers can create a new queen bee. They do this by selecting the young larva and by feeding it special food called royal jelly. The larva would develop into a fertile queen. Thanks for watching. Keep watching Animal Planet PK and learn about more animals. We will meet next episode about new any animals, facts, and fun of animals.